Hey, how's it going? So I've got this 1989 Mark IV Ford Escort XR3i Cabriolet. I acquired it around about 18 months ago. The story was, there was a lady that exported it from the UK when it was brand new, out of the UK showroom. And I think she took it to Malaysia and she lived there a couple of years, and then she moved to Victoria in Australia, and it's been over the east side of Australia ever since. And then 18 months ago, I picked it up. I seen it advertised and I'd got in touch with a guy and I'd got it inspected and then purchased it off him. And then when I got it to here, Western Australia, I had to do some little jobs on it just to get it over the pits. So I thought I'd wear my 90s raving hat, sort of go with the era, because that's when we drove these around in the 90s. You got the XR3i there, mate, coming down to Manchester, lah. We couldn't afford brand new ones where we lived, so we had to wait till they were a few years old. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll have a look at it, eh? So I purchased this about 18 months ago. I'd seen it advertised online and it was over in New South Wales. So I got in touch with the guy and he told me the story about it, that it had been exported from the UK, from a UK dealership when it was brand new in 1989. And I think he went to Malaysia for a couple of years, and then the woman who owned it, she moved to Victoria in Australia, and it'd been over east then. But it's only done 59,000 miles from new, so they'd hardly ever used it. And the paintwork's been kept inside, and the paintwork's fantastic on it. It's beautiful condition, and the roof is great. I'll put the roof up in a moment, and we'll have a look at the roof. But yeah, it's fantastic condition. I'd picked up, it had just standard steel wheels on it when I got it, with the like the pepper pot wheel trims type of thing, the white pepper pot trims that they put on these. So I got some wheels from the UK, which basically cost, with the shipping, around about $1,600. And then the tires were about $100 each, because they're only like 15-inch tires on it. So it was about $2,000 for that little setup. But when I got it to, when it arrived to WA, I had to do some work on it. I had to put the sort the exhaust out on it, and then the rear brake cylinders had gone, and then I'd got some tyres for it, and just cleaned it up really. So, but I was waiting for parts to come through, and then I got it over the pits and it passed. So I got a registration on it, and then that's it, basically registered on the road. But you can see that the condition is incredible. Now it's got like an RS front bumper on it. Well, it's not the bumper, it's like the lower part. It's like a splitter, which actually fits on over the original bumper. And it's in really good condition. It's got like a couple of little chips on it, and it's broken a little bit there, so I don't know why. There is a tow eye there, so maybe they've had to, it could have run out of fuel or something at any point, and they've had to tow it and they broke that, so you just don't know. But the engine's original in it. Well, so it's and it's got the 5-speed manual gearbox. So, but it's in fantastic condition. The paintwork on it is gleaming, and it's also got the RS rear spoiler. So I think they put this on the RS Turbo. So I'll tell you at the end how much I purchased this car for, and I got it for an absolute bargain. It's got the tonneau cover, as they call it, which covers the folding roof. There was also a spare one of those with it as well. And it also come with a spare brand new hood as well, so if ever needed to change the hood. So we'll have a look inside it. It's got the all the interiors in really good condition, all original. There's that original pattern on the seats. I don't know if I can zoom into that, but you can probably see it. The crazy like red and blue, like dotted pattern, like bus seats. And the rear seats are perfect. So I got some brand new Pioneer speakers, because one of the speaker meshes was missing. Out of the back, one of the meshes was missing, so I just got some brand new 4-inch Pioneers. That's all that fitted in them, is 4-inch. I was thinking of putting 5-inch speakers in, but it means cutting this panel, and I didn't want to do that. So I put new 5-inch speakers down at the bottom in the footwells, and also a new Sony stereo, which is basically a CD and Bluetooth. So I can I can go through my favourite songs on Spotify, my favourite 90s songs that I used to listen to when I used to drive these in the 90s, and I put them on and it just takes me back. The nostalgia is unbelievable, but there's no cracks in the dash or anything like that because it's not left out in the sun. So the only thing that's a bit worn are these handles. They used to always get like that. They used to go like a bit off coloured, a bit manky. So I might take them off and take them somewhere and see if they can clean them up, make them look a bit better, like a plastic specialist. But all the floor and the body, and obviously it's been over the pits, so it's you know that it's obviously been all inspected and everything's passed. So the engine's in good condition, really good condition. I did a service on it when I got it. I put a new timing belt kit on it with the belt and the pulleys and the tensioner and things like that. Got new spark plug leads, new dizzy cap, new air filter, new oil filter, new oil, new battery. And then I just cleaned all in here. It wasn't too bad anyway, but I cleaned all inside, round by where the fuse box is and round by the battery, because that's where they used to rot. But obviously, because it's been in a dry country all its life, there's no rust on it anywhere. You can see everything's just clean, and it's original as well. It's never been restored. It's a 100% survivor. It's just because it's been kept inside in a warm country, so there's no damp has ever got to it. Now these cars were very basic, you know, there's no power steering, no air conditioning, but it has got some electrical things. So it's got electric windows. It's also got like electric mirrors, and it's got central locking as well. So there's 2 keys with it. But it's not on a fob. It's like the door lock. As soon as you turn it, it unlocks the other. It unlocks the other door. So now I had put it up for sale here in Western Australia quite a few times over the last 6 months, but it's just not appreciated because no one knows what it is. It's only Brits really that know really what it is, and most of them they possibly haven't got that nostalgia for it like I did. So. It's so I might end up. I'm not going to sell it for next to nothing. If someone comes along with the right price, even if someone in Europe or the UK wants it, then I'd be happy to help them get it shipped there. So you can see with the roof up, looks a completely different car. The roof's pretty big on them really. It's hard to remember how big the roofs were until you actually see them close up. But yeah, but it's I cleaned it up. The roof's in good condition. There's no rips on it or anything. The usual places where they would rip. There's no rips. A little bit of a nick there, but nothing much. Yeah, on both sides. It's slightly lifted here, but I think it's something to do with the cable needs adjusting. Actually, they have cables running through, and then they tighten up back here, so I think they need adjusting, but it's not a problem. And the thing is, it hardly ever rains here in Western Australia, so, and when it does, it's obviously in a garage. We keep it in our garage. So, and in the boot, there's a pretty good sized boot really for what they are. When I put the sound system in, I put one of those Alpine subs in, which works pretty well really. It gives a good amount of bass and it's not too big either. But that's the tonneau cover which I took off. But the boot's pretty good, and you can see the condition of the paintwork even inside the boot there. So it's got the original caps, because these usually like go missing, fall off or whatever. Also got an electric aerial. Okay, so I purchased this car around 18 months ago for $10,000. Now it cost me $2,500 to ship it from New South Wales to Western Australia. That was because it had some spare parts with it and they charged a bit extra for that, so it was $2,500. The wheels cost me $2,000, so that's took it up to like $14,500. And then I spent about $2,500 on some spare parts, servicing and getting it over the pits and the inspections and getting it registered and things like that, so getting the plates on it. So in total it owes me around 17 17,000, maybe $17,500 because I did get a new battery on it as well. So that's it, the 1989 Mark IV Escort XR3i Cabriolet. So I see these in the UK going for around about 10 to 15,000 pounds. So I'm not too sure what it's worth here. I think if I put it up for $25,000, that's probably about, you know, £12,500. It's probably worth, because it's never been restored and it's always been in a dry country. So I think you'd find it hard to find one of these in these conditions in the UK that hasn't been restored. So it's still got that originality to it. I'll keep you updated on the channel to what's happening with it, what I've decided I'm going to do, and if I do advertise it anywhere. So I might put it on, you know, a few of the places, Car and Classic, Just Cars, eBay, something like that. So I'm not too sure what I'll do with it yet, but I'll let you know if it's sold or whatever, and what I got for it, and you know, who sort of bought it, where did it go to, did it stay in Australia or did it go somewhere else? So thanks for watching, and yeah, keep update with the channel. So please check out my other videos. Thanks a lot. See ya.